Let's be honest with ourselves. We tune into most Grand Prix expecting Lewis Hamilton to take victory every race of the season. And even though it's nice to see him beaten from time to time, 9 times out of 10 it's by the usual suspects. But that other 1 out of 10, when the stars align and the fates deal a joker from the deck, whatever that means, a surprise happens and we end up with a fluky winner. It's been a while. The last person to win who wasn't driving a Mercedes, Ferrari or Red Bull was Raikkonen in a Lotus in 2013, at the first race of 2013. So let's take a look at the flukiest winners in Formula 1. Number 10. Robert Kubica at the 2008 Canadian Grand Prix. Maybe not a fluke, as Kubica had a good 2008 and qualified second for this race. But this was the only win of his career up to his early retirement, and let's be honest, after his return. The race was won for sure when Hamilton took out Raikkonen after not noticing a red light in the pit lane. Kubica would win from teammate Heidfeld, who'd never win a race. Number 9, Damon Hill, probably thought he was done winning races after leaving Williams in 1996. He almost managed it in an Arrows at Hungary in 97, but a dodgy gearbox relegated him to second. Upon joining Jordan in 1998, he had a solid but unspectacular year with the team, until Spa, a race probably most remembered for the mass crash at the start that wiped out half the field. Hill would win after Michael Schumacher would slam into Coulthard in the spray. Hill would lead from a closing Ralf Schumacher, but team orders prevented Ralf from attacking, so Hill took the win.
They race each other, they could both end up off the road.
Damon senses the danger.
I'm going to put something to you here, and I think you've got to listen to this. If we two race, we could end up with nothing. So it's up to Eddie. You've got to tell Eddie. We can come in, if we don't race each other, we've got an opportunity to get first and second. That's your choice.
Eddie's reply is swift.
Ralph, you cannot overtake Damon. Okay, that is team order. You cannot overtake Damon. You heard me before, didn't you, Ralph, about overtaking Damon? You heard that, didn't you? Get that, Ralph? Did you hear me? Ralph, acknowledge.
Penske hadn't done much in Formula 1, but the potential of John Watson shone brightest in Austria when he beat the larger teams to win. But maybe only because Ferrari didn't turn up, with Lauda injured after being burned at the Nürburgring in 1976 and Hunt's win in Spain being reinstated retroactively. But still, Penske picked up the win and John Watson launched what was a relatively successful career. Maldonado will be remembered more as the crash-prone lunatic who took out pretty much everyone in his short spell in Formula 1. The only reason to hire him was as an insurance scam, surely. Well, he did take one win at Spain in 2012. Again, maybe less fluky as he was quick all weekend and qualified second. But Alonso looked like he had his home race won until Maldonado tried the undercut in the pits. Alonso would get stuck behind one of the Virgin racing cars, giving Maldonado enough to take a win for Williams. And Williams got so excited they set fire to their own garage. Unbelievable.
برا الدخان بس برا الدخان أصير.
Johnny Herbert had been a race winner with Benetton, but at Stewart in 1999, Barrichello seemed to have his number. So in the chaotic European Grand Prix at the Nürburgring, when Coulthard and Fisichella spun out and Ralf Schumacher's tyres went, and the Stewart storms off in the lead, many would be surprised to see Herbert driving. But he would take his final F1 victory with the Prost of Trulli second and Barrichello third. Barrichello would go on to win many more races anyway.
Track. Oh no, Coulthard off the road.
David Coulthard has gone off. Wow, my God, this is unbelievable. Schumacher leads. Fisichella is second. Barrichello is third. Johnny Herbert is
Technically he's too far away. He's got to maybe gets on the throttle too early or whatever. Yeah, look, we saw him go over there earlier on, didn't we? It's the second time he's been across there, except he's got much more of an acute angle. In fact, now he's completely sideways. He's going to go off the road backwards, and I think the engine has already stalled. We will now never know whether that car needed.
And here is Johnny Herbert in the Stewart. Johnny Herbert in the Stewart turns into corner 13 and takes the checkered flag to win. And there is Jackie Stewart.
Gerhard Berger is a top talent, and it's hard to say any race he won was a fluke. However, McLaren won every race of the 1988 season except one, and it's the big one for Ferrari fans. Senna led the Italian Grand Prix until he was taken out by the lapped Williams of Jean-Louis Schlesser, and with Prost out with engine troubles, Berger would take the victory from Alboreto in a Ferrari 1-2.
Ready Arnoux. Now here we see again what happened to Ayrton Senna. Well, we see for the first time car in front of him locking the brakes, and he definitely got in a tangle, and that was Schlesser, I think.
Yes, it was Jean-Louis Schlesser, and there will be no thanks from Ayrton Senna for that.
Jenson Button in a Honda again may not seem fluky, but the Honda had never made top spot. So in Hungary in 2006, when it finally happened, it would be under lucky circumstances. Not bad for a car sponsored by Lucky Strike. Raikkonen led until he crashed, Alonso led until Renault failed to fix a wheel to the car properly, and with both men out, Button was left to win. He wouldn't do it again until Brawn GP in 2009.
Out of the last corner burst the Honda, and across the line came Jenson, jubilant after a sensational drive from 14th on the grid. The team and his supporters were ecstatic in celebration as Jenson
A couple of years before he won the World Championship with Williams, Alan Jones took the only win for the Shadow Formula 1 team. At Austria in 1977, Jones raced well, overtaking Hans-Joachim Stuck and Jody Scheckter. However, he only gained the victory when James Hunt's McLaren engine gave out. Shadow's only victory was the first of many for Jones.
The driver of the Shadow DN8 snatched victory before the eyes of all the favourites, and in particular in front of Niki Lauda, who had to be content with second place on his home track.
Olivier Panis has an unremarkable Formula One career, except one freak result in Monaco in 1996, when he took Religier past the Ferrari of Eddie Irvine and took the flag, taking the only win of the Frenchman's career. Only 7 cars finished this chaotic race. Coulthard was closing in the dying seconds, but no one could beat Panis, in a day that no doubt he reminisces about at every opportunity.
Races. We didn't expect this. It's great for Formula One. McLaren back in the pecking order. Ligier there for the first time for a very, very long time. Sauber scoring points for the first time this year. Tyrrell, who've had some dreadful luck, getting some good luck here at Monaco. And just 5 cars finishing out of the 21 that started.
Giancarlo Fisichella's first win in Formula One came in 2003. It's also one of the most controversial wins in history, but also incredibly fluky. In the reign of Brazil, actually most of these fluky wins seem to be wet races, which is probably not a coincidence. Fisichella on rain tyres overtook Kimi Raikkonen to take the lead of the race. Moments later, Mark Webber's Jaguar slammed into the wall at the final corner with pieces strewn across the circuit. The hard-charging Fernando Alonso in the Renault couldn't dodge the debris and was damaged and himself slid into the wall. The race was red flagged, the result decided 2 laps prior to the incidents. Things didn't seem to be going Fisichella's way on that day. Not only was Raikkonen declared the winner, but his car burst into flames in the pit lane. However, weeks later at the San Marino Grand Prix, they were having a ceremony where Raikkonen handed the trophy to the real winner, Fisichella, even though he'd probably have rather beaten him over the head with it. This only came about after Jordan appealed and a court hearing handed the Jordan driver the win.
Non ti sembra una stronzata questa cosa? Veramente una stronzata. Dovevano rifare il podio, chiamare anche Alonso e rifacevano questo. Ma 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3.
So there were 10 fluky wins. If you can think of any more or disagree, leave a comment. Subscribe for more motorsport content. Stay around for the thrills and spills. Let's start a community here. Any suggestions welcome. Anyway, that's it from me. Have a good one.